Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about some people. Now, listen to this, honey, honey. Yes, listen to this. So, another one. This is according to the Neighborhood Talk. RHOP's Mia Thornton and husband Gordon have reportedly been separated for months and living separate lives. So there's trouble in paradise, neighbors. It's been reported that Gordon and Mia Thornton have been separated for months, according to a TV Deets exclusive. Host of the TV Deets podcast said that this is something that has been going on away from the limelight. This is not a new separation, and they have been separated for months and are, in essence, living separate lives. Their separation is said to be amicable, and Gordon doesn't necessarily want the union to end. Well, I mean, girl, no tea, no shade, girl. Gordon is what, pushing 80, girl. I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but girl, we know he's nearing death. Who want? I mean, if you've been married and you have this young tenderoni, girl, do you want to? Do you want to? You know, have one foot in the grave and your wife exiting out of the door? So I'm sure he probably doesn't want the union to end. No, no shade. The Real Housewives of Potomac stars have been married for almost 11 years and share two children. When Bravo released the trailer for season 8 of RHOP, the couple could be seen in couples counseling, where Mia mentioned consulting a divorce attorney. Listen, this is what I put in the comment section. Girl, you know I stay in the comment section. Gordon old self and Mia both knew what was up. He got his young trophy, and she had her bag. The bag is gone, and now so is his trophy. I don't blame her. Listen, we cannot have it both ways, y'all, because I see this a lot in the comment section. We're going to talk about Monique Samuels in a little bit. But I see this a lot when it pertains to Monique, Mia, and some of the other girls, right? We sit here and we tell people, these women, girl, marry for security. Okay, girl, you should love the person too. Don't let the man treat you like trash just because he rich, right? Don't mean he should be able to treat you like, girl, a doormat. No. But while you're marrying for love, also put security at the top of your list, probably low key above love. Okay. I see this a lot in the comment section to this very day about men being providers, and protectors. This is why I'm having a dilemma with what I see people calling Mia a gold digger or Monique a gold digger and saying they never loved these men in the first place. If you are one of those men or those women who really believe that a man's job is to provide and to protect, then how can you then turn around and then call a woman a gold digger or say that she never ever loved the person who she was with because now you can't provide? So if you really believe that a man's role is to provide, if he can no longer provide, then that means that she should no longer be in that relationship. And we all know that Mia and Gordon have been having financial issues. Listen, can we have some kitchen table talk? Hey Mia, I know you be watching my videos. Hey girl, how you doing? How the kids doing? Um, Listen. Can we just call a thing and not beat around the bush and stop playing this game? Mia was a Mia was a scripper. Mia swore up and down she was at one of the high end girl Jezebel joints, I guess in the DMV ball. I don't know, girl, wherever she was at when she met Gordon. Gordon was married when Mia met Gordon, okay? Gordon, Michael Darby, all the other old men out here who find these young women who know Financially, they're not in a good situation. They know what's up. You don't think when Gordon got with Mia and snatched her out of the strip club? No, just like Greg and Nene, these older men get with these younger women who don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, right? They know why these women are signing up to be with him because you're providing something that I don't have, which is security, which is money, right? And I'm providing something to you, which is a young, tight body, right? Because if Gordon didn't have if at the time when they meet these women, if they don't have their finances, they don't get the cooch. Just like if the women didn't look the way that they look, they wouldn't have access to these old men or these men with money. That's just how it works. So I don't feel sorry for Mia. I definitely don't feel sorry for Gordon because Gordon know exactly what the tea was. He knew when he got with Mia what was going on. He knew that this young woman was with him because more than likely he had money and she didn't have nothing. Now y'all having issues with the money and Mia is like, girl, I got to go. Because quiet as it's kept, Mia still got enough time to go pull another man. Mia say she in her 30s. Girl. Mia. Okay, girl. Mia say she in her 30s. But girl, Mia is a cute girl. Mia still got enough time in her to go find another man. Does Gordon have enough time in him to go find another woman? He old and he broke. That's no shade. I'm never gonna call Mia a gold digger. At least I don't remember calling her one. But I will say that at the end of the day, girl, it is what it is, girl. I don't blame. If Mia is deciding to leave Gordon, if she initiated the separation or the divorce, if these allegations or if these rumors are true, I don't blame Mia. I've been laying with your old tail this whole time. Now we having money issues. Girl, I got to go. You're supposed to be the provider. You can't provide. So therefore, I can't stick around. Monique Samuels and Chris Samuels, their divorce is finalized. You know, y'all know I used to wear Monique out when it came to that fight with Candace. I still stand on every word that I said. Y'all need to go back and watch the show because some of y'all didn't watch it. I still stand on every word that I said. But I always pride myself in being fair. While I understand those who watch Love and Marriage DC, how you could come away thinking that Monique was just a nagging wife who was never satisfied, who was always negative, didn't care for her husband. I could see how you could say that based off of what she showed us on Love and Marriage DC. But one thing I used to always say in my reviews when it came to Real Housewives of Potomac is that Chris Samuels had an archaic way of thinking. And I think what the problem is when y'all get with these traditional men, right? Y'all say y'all want these traditional men, but girl, it's 2023. And y'all men are still operating in a time, or they're trying to mimic what their grandfathers or great-great-grandfathers did, right? When women couldn't work, women didn't have a say-so. Women can work. Women have a say-so. Women can vote. Women can open up their own checking accounts. Women don't have to stick around. If I'm unhappy, I can leave you. Big mama, she was married for 50 years because once upon a time, she couldn't leave. She couldn't work. She couldn't vote. She couldn't open up a checking account. I hate when y'all compare y'all grandmama's marriages to girl marriages now. Girl, do you know your grandmama didn't have no rights? Hello, somebody? Hello? But I always thought it was unfair for people to not understand that even when Monique got with Chris when she was in her 20s. I refuse to believe that people that are now in their 30s, pushing 40s are the same person they were in their 20s. If you are, girl, shout out to you. Most people change. Most people grow. Most people evolve. while yes, I do believe that Chris having money played a part in Monique getting with Chris, I can also understand that after the money, after the bags, after the shoes, I start sitting around like, girl, me and this man, we ain't got no connection. Girl, I be trying to pull stuff out of him. He don't want to do nothing. He don't want to say nothing. All Chris wanted to do was get Monique pregnant, her take care of the kids, him come home, throw the babies in the air a couple of times, and girl, go watch the game. Remember Monique telling us how Chris had her crying on her birthday? And they all had a powwow. And I think Robin was telling us how, like, when you date these athletes, how they think the world revolves around them and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. Y'all remember that? All I'm saying is that Chris did not walk on water the way that y'all think that he did. Now, since some of y'all watch Love and Marriage DC, Chris was just as problematic in his marriage as Monique was. And the truth of the matter is, if you ask me, I'm not gonna say that. I just think that Chris was not. I think what happened is once we saw Chris on Love and Marriage DC, I think Chris was trying to put his best foot forward, and I think that he was trying to change, right? But I think at that point, Monique already had one foot out the door, right? I think that deep down, Chris is who he is. I think that Chris is this old school, traditional man who, you know, like I said, wants his wife barefoot and pregnant. And I think that, girl, if you can be traditional all you want to, but girl, that tradition is only going to go so far in 2023. Y'all asses is getting divorces. Y'all not staying together. I'm not making this up. So clearly something ain't working out. I think what happens is the women, y'all lie to y'allselves, and the men, they lie to themselves. I think that yes, while we have to agree that Monique was in her 20s and Mia was in her 20s and all this stuff, right? I think deep down, deep down, you know that that's not the life that you want to live. But at that point in your life, you probably didn't have that many options. So you say, you know what? All right, girl, this man got some money. Girl, he said he gonna take care of me. He told me I'm gonna be a housewife, and girl, he rich. So let me go ahead and girl, I'm just gonna do it. And then what happens is, right now, especially when these women get on these housewife shows, now like Nene, Monique, girl, Mia, I think they all have similar stories. None of them had money. They all met a man that had money. A couple of them met a man who had money and they were old, right? Then they get on these shows and they start to get their own money. And now I don't have to deal with what I was dealing with. I don't have to deal with you telling me when you come home, it better be a hot plate. I don't have to deal with you telling me, girl, when I come home, all the clothes better be, folded. I don't have to deal with that. You know what? Because I'm realizing I can make my own coin. Because that was part of the reason why I was with you in the first place. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Shout out to Mia, shout out to Monique, shout out to Nene, girl. Quiet as it's kept. I know some of y'all don't want to believe it. Greg wasn't shit. Girl, may he rest in peace. I feel like Chris had his ways. And I feel like Gordon, honey, you were just an old nigga who wanted a young tenderoni. You got her. Now the money is gone and now she gone. All right. Talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye, y'all. Y'all be so mad. I don't understand it, girl. Y'all was just girl. Either y'all are going to stand in what you believe in when you say that a man's job is to provide and protect, right? If you really believe in that, you not gonna turn around and call these women gold diggers for leaving when the man can no longer provide. Because what happens is when y'all marry for love and only love, you end up like Ashley Darby's mama with her man in love living in a tent. Right? 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 Right. Yeah. Yeah. Who was Monique supposed to marry? Who was Mia supposed to marry? Who was Nene supposed to marry? What were they supposed to marry for? I just want y'all to think about it. If you believe, like I believe a woman should marry for security and a little bit of love. But girl, I believe at the top of the list, it should be security. That's what I believe, right? I also understand that when there's money issues, marriages come to an end. Because ain't nobody trying to go through life living in a tent with a man. Well, some of y'all do, because some of y'all just want a man. But the girls who got a little bit of sense, ain't nobody trying to have to struggle their whole life and have to always call the electricity company and ask for extensions on their goddamn light bill. Girl, they get old after a while. Girl, I just want to put myself on auto pay and girl, just chill. Have a decent savings account. Girl, get these children in school, get them out of my house, and then when they get out of my house, girl, I can live my life and travel and do what I want to do. Okay? But no, that's not what y'all do. Y'all want to call the girls gold diggers. Because now the man that can't provide anymore, girl, they can't protect them anymore. Girl, protect them from the bill collectors. Now, girl, they decide to up and leave. And now it's, you ain't even love that man in the first place. You ain't care for that man in the first place. You ain't nothing but a gold digger. Girl, what? Anyways, girl, sometimes I feel like people talk in circles.